This is Rissan, Montenegro, a sleepy town of just 2,000 people, tucked in a corner of a corner of a corner of the Mediterranean Sea. And yet, from this quiet place came a young man whose choices would help put a new star on the American flag. For more than 120 years, the United States and Montenegro have shared a strong and lasting friendship built on shared values, family ties, and stories that connect generations. Among the many American families with roots in Montenegro, one stands out: the Stepovich family. It's a wild story, one that crosses oceans, mountain ranges, gunfights, late-night television, and a lot of gold. In the 1880s, a teenager named Marko Stepovich made a decision that would change both his life and the future of his new country. He left the Adriatic coast, trading the stone streets of Rissan for the unknown promise of the New World. Somewhere on that journey, Marko became Mike. And like so many Montenegrins before him who have crossed an ocean to follow their American dream, he set out to chase opportunity wherever it might appear. Opportunity came quickly. News spread across America's newspapers. Gold had been discovered in the far north, the Klondike. So Mike sold everything he owned, bought a one-way ticket to Alaska, and hiked alone through frozen wilderness, nearly 700 miles to Dawson City in the Yukon, then west to Fairbanks Creek. Wise Mike Stepovich, as people soon called him, struck gold. Literally, he became one of the most successful miners in Alaska's early history, known for his sharp mind, tireless work, and generosity towards those who came with nothing. His story reflected the courage, loyalty, and resilience that defined his Montenegrin roots, values he carried across an ocean. After years of mining success, Wise Mike decided that it was time to start a family. He met Olga Barta, a 19-year-old Croatian whose family had recently found a new beginning in Portland, Oregon. Olga followed her husband to a one-room cabin deep in the Alaskan wilderness, where she gave birth to their son, Michael Anthony Stepovich. Life in the north was hard, and Olga soon returned to Oregon with baby Michael in her arms, while Wise Mike stayed in Alaska, continuing his work and helping newcomers find their start. As the years passed, young Michael grew up between two worlds, spending summers working alongside his father in Alaska and winters studying back in the States. He eventually earned a law degree from Notre Dame, and after World War II, returned to Alaska for good. Now, Alaska at the time was still a territory. No voting rights, no representation in Congress, no say in presidential elections. For decades, Alaskans had fought for statehood, and by the 1950s, the movement was reaching its breaking point. In 1957, President Dwight D. Eisenhower faced a decision. Who would lead Alaska through its final chapter as a territory? He found his answer in a young, charismatic, Alaska-born attorney with deep frontier roots and a spirit grounded in his Montenegrin heritage, Mike Stepovich. Eisenhower appointed him governor of the Alaska Territory, the youngest territorial governor in the United States, and gave him one mission: make Alaska ready to become the 49th state. Stepovich helped remind America that heritage is not a boundary, but a source of strength. He was fully Alaskan American, yet he carried his father's Montenegrin roots with pride. He inherited a cultural identity shaped by resilience, loyalty, honor, directness, courage in difficult moments, and a deep respect for community. Governor Stepovich knew that winning statehood required more than politics. It required changing minds both in Washington and across America. So he hit the road, coast to coast. He appeared on talk shows, met with lawmakers, and brought Alaska's story to millions of living rooms through radio and television. His message was simple. Alaska was not a distant outpost. It was part of the American dream. And under his leadership, public support for statehood across the country soared to over 90%. Finally, on January 3, 1959, the dream became real. President Eisenhower signed the Alaska Statehood Act, officially welcoming the 49th state into the Union. Standing beside him that day was Governor Mike Stepovich, smiling from ear to ear, the son of a Montenegrin who ventured across an ocean to find his fortune. To many in Montenegro, Stepovich represented success abroad. To those in the United States, he embodied the strength of a heritage that enriches the American identity. Stepovich became a bridge connecting two distant lands, united more by character than by geography. Today, as the United States and Montenegro celebrate 120 years of diplomatic relations, Stepovich's life reminds us of what connects these two nations: a shared belief in freedom, a respect for perseverance and independence, and the enduring ties forged by families whose stories span continents. From Montenegro to Alaska, Mike Stepovich Story.